Alright guys, we got Madden 12 for the PlayStation 3. Let's see how this goes. Sounds like the start of a Spider-Man song. Alright. That was okay. Year before's was much better. As we do always, we take a look at the rosters right off the bat. Let's see if I can get this thing to start, though. This is the crappy part about the PS3. It took forever to get anything started. Alright. Aaron Rodgers, Nick Collins, Clay Matthews, Greg Jennings, all great players. Panthers, Beeson, Gross, Williams. Williams was so great. Steve Smith at 32 years old, still an 89 overall. Where is... Interesting. Cam Newton as a rookie. Matt Moore, Tony Pike in there. All right, and then, of course, you got Tom Brady as a 99. Vince Wilfork as a 96. Logan Mankins, Gerard Mayo, Wes Welker. Raiders, I don't even remember. Jason Campbell for a year. Bruce Gradkowski. I really liked Bruce Gradkowski. They had a Charlie Fry and Kyle Bowler. That's kind of funny. Just the throwaway quarterbacks. Quarterbacks that the other teams did not want. Nandi Asamoah was an amazing player. Darren McFadden. You got Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson, fun running back to watch. Then, of course, you had Sam Bradford. James Laurinaitis. Ed Reed. And Ndamukong Suh. I forgot who their quarterback was at this. Oh, Joe Flacco had just started there. There's Tyrod Taylor. The Redskins, who do they got? London Fletcher, LaRon Landry, Chris Cooley. Such a fun tight end. Donovan McNabb, Rex Grossman, John Beck. Drew Brees, of course, getting that long hair in there. Marquise Colston. Will Smith. Chase Daniels is his backup. I feel like Daniels was backup for a long time. Lofatutupu. Look at this. Matt Hasselbeck. I feel like this was the year where they had too many people at like 90 and above. You got Troy Polamalu, James Harrison, Ben Roethlisberger, Lamar Woodley, Casey Hampton, Rashard Mendenhall was their running back. Texans, Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, D'Amico Ryans, Matt Schaub. Chris Johnson, great player. But who? Oh, there's Stephen Tulloch at NC State. Woo woo. Great player. Vince Young, Kerry Collins. I think this was the Kerry Collins year. They had just drafted Jake. No, this was the Jake Locker year. I think they started Jake Locker this year. Then depression got him. Vikings. Adrian Peterson, Jared Allen, Christian Ponder, rookie year. Oof. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Julius Peppers on the Bears. That just looks odd. Lance Briggs. Jay Cutler, of course, at quarterback. Forgot who they're. Matt Forte. Matt Forte was really good for a little while. Leon Hall. Keith Rivers. Carson Palmer. Still going strong. Dan Lefebvre. I feel like he needed a chance, man. He needed a chance. 70 for speed seems low for him. I feel like he should have been a little bit higher. Kyle Williams, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Brian Braum as the backup. It always surprised me he never got a chance to start anywhere. And then you had Champ Bailey, but Kyle Orton as the quarterback, Tim Tebow as the backup. No Sean Marino, right? Isn't that who that is? No Sean Marino. Lawrence Maroney. And then the Browns, you got Colt McCoy, Jake Delhomme, Peyton Hillis. You know, he was the person on the front, the cover athlete. Joe Thomas. Gotta love Joe Thomas. It sucks that they never put an offensive lineman on there, man. Joe Thomas should have been on the cover of any of them. Barrett Rudd. Kellen Winslow. He was not as good as I thought he was going to be, but he was a good tight end. Adrian Peterson, fantastic at NC State. Derek Anderson, John Skelton, Max Hall, Richard Bartell. Literally none of these guys were great. I liked Max Hall, though. Chargers, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, Nate Kading, Sean Phillips, Quentin Jammer. It was a great team. Then you had the Chiefs with Matt Castle as the starter. Jamal Charles there. Colts had Peyton Manning, of course. Peyton Manning, Dallas Clark, Reggie Wayne. Always a good little bit of people that they had on offense. Tony Romo as their starter. John Kitten as the backup. Jason Witten, DeMarcus Ware. Jake Long, Brandon Marshall. Who was their starting quarterback though? Chad Henne. I love Chad Henne. I know you guys hate that I like Chad Henne, but I love Chad Henne back in the day, man. Then this was the Michael Vick year. Or the year before was the Michael Vick year. And Matt Ryan. Peyton Willis. Justin Smith. Vontae Davis. Frank Gore. Of course, Alex Smith. Loved Alex Smith. Colin Kaepernick was, I think, a rookie. Frank Gore, man. Love Frank Gore. Yeah, the Giants. Eli Manning. Tuck. Maurice Jones-Drew. But who was their starter? David Garrard. Blaine Gabbert as the rookie. He got a good 1 year out of him. The Jets, Revis Island, and then, of course, Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble. Lions had Matt Stafford. Of course, Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh. Packers, back to Aaron Rodgers. Now, this is the thing. I don't really know who I want to play with. I think I'm going to go with the Browns. Because they got the cover athlete. And I'll play against my favorite team. Well, not my favorite team. My favorite player. Phillip Rivers. All right, let's see how this game goes. We're going to put on GameFlow because I enjoy it. And we're going to get started. Dynamic game plans. This feature brings even more realism to franchise mode. I don't think there's speed burst.
Introducing your Cleveland Browns. Let's hear it, fans, for your Cleveland Browns offensive starters for today's game.
It's just going to show two people.
Introducing the starting wide receiver. And at running back from Arkansas, number 40, Athlete Hillis.
Welcome to Seatown, Cleveland, Ohio. A splendid day for football here at Cleveland Browns Stadium. I'm Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. And welcome to this exhibition clash between the Chargers and the Browns. The Chargers
Playing on the road, always a difficult place to win. What does the traveling team have to do?
Well, Gus, there's no question that not only do you have...
All right, let me check something out real quick. Oh, they're not going to let me do anything yet. All right.
A terrific football team, but you have to overcome one of the toughest environments in the
Oh,
National
my gosh.
Football League. So, emotionally, you almost...
All right, now let me see. Colt McCoy, Seneca Wallace. Man, some old players. All right, I'll just go Colt McCoy.
have to find your own energy on the field. The bench has to be alive. You have to be cheering for each other.
6 touchdowns and 9 interceptions as the year before.
Emotion to overcome what the crowd is giving you on the other side.
He had such a long career.
Quarterback who hopes to lead this offense to victory in this game. Has a man short to his left. And the tackle was made by Brandon Seiler.
You talk all the time about you have to establish the run. Well, there you see why. You establish the run, and then you come with the play-action pass. Just so hard to defend.
McCoy with the give.
Oh, he's just going to break every tackle, isn't he?
Way to about the 45. Brandon Seiler was there to bring him down.
And let's spotlight the offensive key players. Running back Peyton Hillis out of Arkansas has become a sensation, grinding out those tough yards between.
He's just going to truck everybody.
Effective, and Peyton Hillis is one of the hardest working running backs in the league. Well, not only is he so tough to...
All right, am I going to hate?
He has
Yes.
acceleration into the hole, and that is
I hate the
really
field goal.
underrated.
And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a
I like using the stick as the field goal. It was so much better.
When you have a back with that kind of vision, those big guys up front don't have to hold their blocks for very long because they know he's going to find that hole quickly.
There we go.
Let's see what they do with the play calling here. The last thing you can afford to have happen right now after that big drive is to go 3 and out.
And here comes Phillip Rivers.
All right, I got Hester.
Season out of NC State, the 4th player chosen in the 2004 NFL Draft. The stop was made by Sheldon Brown. First down, 10 to go. Ball is on their own 33. Throws it over the middle of the field.
I was trying to blitz through.
This is a high-powered offense that likes to get the ball down
Almost
the field
worked.
and can score points awfully fast. They have a premier target in Antonio Gates from Kent State, who revolutionized the tight end position.
No question, Antonio Gates has been a superstar in the game. Physically, he's one of the most dominant tight ends in the NFL. And lately, he's had a few physical issues that slowed him down a bit, but when
I missed completely.
it's almost impossible to stop.
And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a performer to watch in this one.
All right, let's introduce the starters on the defensive side of the ball, a group that has a lot of athleticism. And in the secondary, you have a player like Sheldon Brown out of South Carolina who can still disrupt your offensive game plan.
Dang it, man.
Sheldon Brown is one of those guys that just makes plays. He's not really flashy, but he's so valuable to this defense.
I can't seem to do anything right now defensively.
Brown serves as a huge stabilizing presence out there.
And we'll have a first down and 10. Ball at midfield. They hand it off. And he's tackled around the 42-yard line by Elam. And 2 yards away here on second down.
Okay. I'll hold down X.
Number 24, the ball carrier. That's a 2-yard gain.
I guess that helped.
So that'll bring up third down. Just a couple of inches away from picking up this first
They're
down.
going to run this thing. That Randy McMichael?
Number 24 gets a carry right side.
You could just tell he was
Holding X did not help that time.
got past that first down marker. I really like the determination in this guy in picking up first downs.
He throws short.
Yay, they dropped a pass. That
Face
helps.
second down and 10. Dumps it out left.
God, I keep getting beat.
Jackson was there for the stop. We've played a quarter. The score.
We're getting no
7-7.
pressure.
First
I'm getting
down
beat
and
deep.
10.
I'm getting beat every freaking time. Uh-oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Safe short throw. The Chargers are set up with a first and goal. That's a first down right there. Might want to play them a little tight.
That's what I meant to do.
Go to the man coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in
Got him.
recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
2, maybe 2.5 yards from the goal line now.
Got him.
Drop behind the line.
Nice.
Well, you know the safeties are going to attack the line of scrimmage against the run, but you just don't expect them to get there so soon that they're going to make the tackle in the backfield.
One more. One more stop. There we go. Got him. No way. Did we stop him? Fourth down?
Was there to bring him down.
Nice.
A gain of 3 yards on that one.
Oh, these are the kind of situations I love watching in football. Do you go for the easy field goal here, or do you take your shot at the touchdown? This is a team loaded with offensive weapons. They have the ability to score from here.
And the kick is good.
All right.
Looks ready to kick it away. Number 23 is back to receive the kick.
We got the stop,
Turn it from way back at the 3.
but we were not going to get any sort of stop
2-yard line.
until they got into the goal line when we could just blitz the hell out of him, and he'd had to make quick decisions.
At the 22. It's first and 10. He's searching for a receiver. He's wrestled down right around the 46 yard
Why?
by number
Why are we not running this ball?
looking for a man.
Ooh, that's bullcrap.
That'll make it second down with 10 to go.
I have always hated that.
He's in open space.
He's just going to break every tackle.
He's dropped down.
3 rushes, 85 yards is nuts.
Searching for an open man. He's tackled around the 28-yard line.
All right, hitch corner.
And they line up at the 28.
They're off. They're playing very far off. He's there. Got it. First down.
He's brought down at about the 17-yard line by Kaysen. Now we have a first down and 10 to go.
Got him.
Short throw to the left. And the tackle was made by Brandon Silent.
If you're going to try and stop a tight end from catching those types of balls, you have to get physical with him at the line of scrimmage.
All right, this should be a touchdown right here.
He's going to wear you out.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
All right, I guess just play with the Madden cover athlete and you'll be good.
3 yards for the touchdown.
Offensively.
Dawson.
Defensively, you'll still be playing with the Browns and you'll suck.
Cleveland is just about ready to kick this one away. Sproles stands back to field the kick. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers were able to get 3 points on their last possession. The offense will start at the 20. First down, 10 to go. Pass is short right side.
Good, we got him.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
Giving up a 2-yard gain ain't that big of a
That
deal.
play really was the coverage down the field, forcing the quarterback to go to the check down. And they came
This
up
is
with
normally where I get an interception because they throw it quick right there, and they didn't. They went deep to Malcolm Floyd, which is exactly what Rivers would do, which is just go deep to Malcolm Floyd or Vincent Jackson.
that throw is he got some elevation on it, able to drop it.
He
in
really
over
loved
the
those
top
deep
of the
balls.
defender there, right in the arms of the receiver.
Minute 1 second.
Number 24 gets a call.
They're going to call another timeout? Yes, they are. 57 seconds.
Yeah, the offensive line did their job. They created enough of a seam to get him up into the secondary, and then he was able to explode from there.
Good coverage downfield.
Oh my gosh, I was coming down to get that, and I kept pressing X by accident, so he wouldn't go down to get the interception. He just kept moving, so you have like no control over your guy if you're pressing X.
From the 13.
All right, here we go. This time I'm not doing that. Got it.
Fires it to the left. It's intercepted.
Wow, he closed on the ball quickly and came up with the interception.
I think I liked 11's a little better. 11's kind of set up where you had him in your ear on the GameFlow.
You can certainly afford to gamble occasionally.
And it's amazing what talent will let you get away with.
Has a man open in the
They do feel a little faster now than 11.
right around the 24-yard line by number 90. So second down, the offense needs about 4 for the first. Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, that's it.
He's wrestled down around the 46-yard line by Kaysen. Still looking for an open man.
Oh my gosh, I just ran ahead of him by a mile.
Had that one. Second down and
All right, Hail Mary to end the half.
ball on the 46-yard line. Surveys the field. Deep throw.
All right, middle of everybody. Oh, we almost caught it.
Drops the easy pick.
We almost caught it. They almost caught it. Everybody almost caught
And as
it.
we head to halftime, the score is 14-3. Browns.
All right, so it's a fun one. It's a fun game. I liked hearing the guy in your headset. All right, let's see what the halftime looks like. Still no audio halftime, which kind of sucks. But, you know, at least they showed some highlights. Let's take a look. Colt McCoy, 7 to 10, 87 yards, no touchdown. Peyton Hillis, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns off 5 carries. It's just insane. It was just way too easy to run with him. Defensively, didn't do much of anything. Mostly just assisted tackles. But you get a lot more tackles. So that part's good. All right, I kind of like that. You get a lot more tackles than you do in the other games. So that's a positive. So you can actually get real tackle stats, not the crappy tackle stats that you get in the other games. Where you'll get like 1 tackle on a player who it looked like he should have had like 7. No sacks, though. No sacks sucks. All right. Well, you guys tell me what you guys feel like. It seemed very similar to 11, except the players were faster. Like, everything seemed the same, except for the players were a little bit faster. I liked it. Didn't hate it. I just wish it was a little bit different. I liked hearing the coach in your ear when you called the plays. The game flow is still fun. I like the game flow. It keeps it quick. But other than that, I mean, all around decent game. Definitely not the trash that it became, but not the greatest that it was. So, a little right in there. Nice little mix. All right, hey, tell me what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe.